Hi, it's Lucie and Ellie from Roman Found.
And it's harvest season, and not only that, our favourite field, our favourite Roman field, has just become free.
We're really excited to try out the Manticore today on the permission.
So let's find those Romans.
Below this undulating swathe of turned stubble are the scattered traces of Roman Britain.
This is our favourite field on the permission, a roughly 35-acre patch which we think we know intimately by now. It was the very first field we ever visited after all. It's given us a Roman crossbow brooch, a shirt of decorated Samian ware, too many Roman coins to count, and kilos of greyware.
But this field has never met the Manticore before, so could our old friend still have some secrets tumbling around in the plough? Join us to find out.
So first signal that we're happy to dig, sort of high 20s, low 30s. Let's have a look. So what was that first signal, Ellie?
So far the Manticore has found us a shotgun shell. Not quite a Roman, but close.
Not nothing.
But close.
The Manticore is declared to be the most powerful, fastest and precise metal detector in Minelab's history, offering a claimed 50% extra firepower to our recently retired Equinox. But the Nox knew this field closely and it never disappointed, leaving behind some pretty big boots to fill.
In this field as well, we need to remember to keep an eye out for pottery. Last time Lucy even had a piece of decorated Samian ware. Right, I've just spotted, I think, the first bit of greyware for me. What do you think we've got here? A lovely big bit. Looks like a bit of base to me. Oh, and it's got some lovely throwing lines on the bottom. Look at that.
The main story to be uncovered here is that of the Roman Empire in the late 3rd and 4th centuries, towards the latter end of Roman rule in Britain, where the Roman Empire had basically become too large to be successfully ruled by one independent emperor. So unsurprisingly, it was a time racked by civil wars, infighting, barbarian invasions, and the rise of Christianity, which many believe was beginning to undermine the core belief system of the Roman state. A collapse was on the horizon, 5 centuries of Roman power coming to an end as the West spiralled into invasions and instability, eventually being abandoned altogether. Those here in Roman Britain left to fend for themselves as enemies advanced from 3 sides.
I've got a bit as well. It's like a little bit of rim.
Oh, lovely, look at that. It's a beautiful bit. Oh, do you remember those big bits we found last time?
I know, I'm hoping we get some more today.
Get searching.
Spotted another bit. Oh, it's a lovely big bit of rim.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Some nice throwing lines on there.
Lovely throwing lines. A good bit, that bit. The Romans must be here somewhere.
Yeah, like 23, 24. Very consistent.
Very consistent.
Just want to say there's like a way where I can see this. It's very glary today.
Okay, so I think we've got our first Roman.
Oh, I'm excited.
Look at that! This is why it's our favourite field. Look at that little guy in there.
We got any detail?
Absolutely lovely. Oh, it's hard to tell. Is it a little grot? It's a beautiful round big one, look.
Oh yeah.
Small, illegible and not treated kindly by the centuries, this is your classic Roman grot, a poor quality survivor which is so easily cast to the wayside.
Yet it still contains valuable information, each grot a crucial piece in the overall puzzle of the site. To ignore these battered data points would be like completing the edges of a puzzle and then disregarding any attempt to fill in the middle.
First Roman with the Manticore in our favourite field. Start of a very good day, I think.
I know, I'm excited to see what else we might find.
So what number was that, Lucy? What, 23? It was a pretty solid 23, 24.
23.
So it's like double the numbers we're used to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That would have normally been a solid 12, 13.
This one comes from the 4th century, a difficult period of coinage for Roman Britain, which saw the London Mint closed and coin supplies dip far below demand, with unofficial workshops striking contemporary copies to top up the pool of currency.
Empire-wide, Roman coinage in general had been struggling for centuries, hyperinflation and debasement causing the death of the denarius, which had been the main silver currency for around 500 years, and the cause of the base metal coinage to no longer be trusted as bullion, the economy and trade hinging on gold. As the most northerly province of the empire, separated from the continent by sea, Britannia found herself isolated on the edge of the known world, and therefore easily cut off from trade, forced to rely on her own resources and produce the wares they could no longer import domestically, resiliently maintaining their economy as the empire began to collapse around them. This Roman grot a last resort of a province adapting in the face of adversity.
Right next to that last find, and I've just got another little signal here. It's a little bit smaller. 1718, let's have a look.
I think I can see Roman number 2.
Already?
Already, look.
Where?
Just
Oh,
there.
tiny one.
Tiny little guy, look. A lot thinner than the last. It looks like it might have some detail on it.
Oh, do you think so?
Maybe.
I'm waiting out for some details.
I'm waiting out for some good detail. So looking at it, I mean, there's like the teeniest bit of detail left. It looks like Glory of the Army, single standard, and there's just a touch of a bust there. I'm going to guess House of Constantine.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! There we go, first one with detail.
This coin contains some damning evidence, revealing one of the culprits behind the collapse of the Western Roman Empire, as those who cultivated its expansive success in the first place, the Roman army.
Beginning with the year of 5 emperors and succession of Septimius Severus in 193 AD, power shifted within the Roman state, the strength of an emperor now hinging on their relationship with the Roman army. An imbalance exacerbated by the increasing threat from barbarian invasions, which required larger armies to reinforce Rome's borders, which in turn required more pay. And with no further expansion bringing in new resources, the only way to do this was through debasement, stretching the finances by diluting the currency, a trend which quickly got out of hand.
A century and a half later, Constantine the Great is placed on the throne by the will of the Roman army, and heavily relies on them to face a worsening barbaric threat.
So it's no surprise he introduces a new coinage in his series of currency reforms to stabilise the now heavily inflated economy, which places a strong emphasis on military strength and his imperial authority. One of these new reverses features 2 soldiers with a pair of standards between, highly symbolic of the spirit, honour and identity of a legion. Only just 6 years later, continued economic struggles cause a new weight standard to be adopted, the designs adjusted and squished into a smaller surface area, losing a standard from between the 2 soldiers, an unimaginable dishonour had it happened in battle. Its vacancy from this coin somewhat symbolic to the decline and collapse of a Roman Empire stretched too thin by the might of its army.
Lucy, why have you shouted? What have you found?
Well, I've just bought a big piece of pottery.
Yeah.
So, no, it looks interesting.
Oh yeah, what's that? Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Look at that bit of mortaria.
Holy shit.
What a beautiful bit of mortaria.
Wow, that like...
That, yeah. Look at the grit pattern in that.
Oh my goodness.
That is absolutely, what a find, Lucy.
Wow.
You chuffed with that?
That shook me.
What a find.
Very strong 13 here. So let's see what that is. Can you hear something, Ellie?
I can hear something. We're very close to it. Oh, what's that? What's that?
What is it?
I don't know. Come and film it. I don't know what that is.
Okay, I'm going.
I mean, I actually don't know what this is.
No, it's very...
It's very...
Oh, I don't know.
What is it? Is it a button top?
button?
Oh, I think it's an anchor button, look.
Oh, yeah.
It's a naval button.
God, it's like...
Quite knackered, isn't it?
Like quite
Yeah.
crude.
No, that's definitely a naval button.
Let's
Very
have a closer
fine.
look.
It's quite knackered. There's a bit of a crust
So
on it.
knackered.
But there's definitely a naval button in there somewhere. I can see the anchor.
Oh yeah.
What an unusual find to come out of our Roman field.
So weird.
So weird.
Very strong 13-12 here. Let's have a look.
Like your strong 12 is like... Is it this
little
tiny
bit of
bit of
lead?
lead? Is it a squash lead bullet?
Oh, it might be.
Squash lead bullet. There we go.
First one of the day.
First one of the day.
If you're loving this Roman adventure, then don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and support our channel.
We've got like 10-11 here. I mean, it could be lead, but let's have a look at it. So what have we got there, Ellie?
Teeny bit of lead. Not a bad sign, we know lead is ancient activity.
Well, I thought it would be, didn't I?
Yeah.
Sort of mid-20s. Let's have a look.
Okay, so I think, if I'm right,
Ooh.
there's the world's tiniest
Oh my gosh,
Roman.
I can see details on it too.
And look how small it is. Why is it that the little ones always have good detail?
Don't know.
Look how teeny tiny that is. It's actually got to be the most microscopic Roman we've ever found.
So sweet.
He's so tiny. He's so cute. Lovely little bit of detail on him as well.
Woohoo, is that third Roman?
Third Roman. Look, that's a tiny head.
Oh my gosh,
Can you
it
see?
is. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
teeny tiny head.
Wow.
Oh, look at him. So that's got to be the cutest find.
At less than 10 millimeters in diameter, you could be forgiven for mistaking this as a piece of scrap. But look a little closer and you'll spot the tiny portrait of a Roman emperor, as this is a Roman coin minted during the period where Britain was starting to be abandoned by the empire.
In 346 AD, Rome experienced its 1100th anniversary, a momentous occasion marked by the subsequent flood of fell-temp reparatio types into the currency pool, featuring the violent imagery of a series of barbarians in death, being dragged from their huts, held captive by the emperor and speared helplessly in battle, all under the arching title of Restoration of Happy Times. A poignant choice of imagery for an empire fractured into two halves, with the West sinking under the weight of barbarian invasions and usurpations, and a strong message to those in the provinces that only the removal of this threat would preserve the Roman way of life. Even more compelling, however, is the choice of these reverses for coins like this, the torrent of unofficial coinage struck between 354 and 364 AD in Roman Britain. The coins of necessity for a province suffering coordinated and increasing barbarian attacks, alongside a drought of support and resources, featuring iconography which could be interpreted as a cry for help to an empire who's already begun to desert them. One final hope to be clung to in the beginning of the end, even as the coins themselves begin to shrink in size, all the way down to a mere 4 millimeters in diameter.
Lunch break time.
Yeah, starving.
So how are you getting on with the Manticore, Lucy?
I'm actually really enjoying it.
Yeah, getting used to the numbers?
Yeah, it's a little bit different to the Knox, obviously, because the numbers go all the way up to like 99. So it's just sort of translating what that would have been on the 800 to what it is on the Manticore.
Do you feel like you're missing anything with it, or do you think you're in tune?
I guess there's kind of like, you have that anxiety that maybe you're not like as in tune with it as your old machine. But I think I'm like getting the signals that the signals that I like looking for.
We've already found 3 Romans, so that's got to be a good sign.
Yeah, and those are the types of targets that I like looking for. It's like those little Roman coins, and the fact we've had 3, I think now it's just waiting for a nice detailed one. $11, $10, $11, I mean, it could be lead. So let's have a look.
Shoddy.
Little signal here, 35, 34. I mean, it could be a coin or an artifact, let's see.
Right. Let's have a little look-see. I think we've got a little artefact here, look. Oh,
is that a
look.
watchfinder?
I'm not sure actually. I did think watchfinder, but it could also be some kind of like, it could be a bit of like a medieval strap end or a bit of a medieval artefact.
Or like an attachment or something.
Yeah, like an attachment or a mount or something. It's a sweet little guy.
Let's get a closer look.
Little artefact.
Yeah, I've not really seen anything like that before.
I think that's one to have a research in the book.
What if it's off like the end of something?
Could be.
$17.18 here.
Tiny signal here, and I think it's a teeny tiny Roman, look.
Teeny tiny Roman.
Teeny tiny Roman. Let's see if we can get
Looks
that.
like a speck.
It's literally a speck. It's dust.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't even be able to get that out.
oh no. Oh, it's a screw.
No,
No,
that's
what
hilarious.
a trickster. How dare it. No. That looks like the rain.
Is it going to miss us though?
I hope so.
Poured in a downpour. Hopefully that's it.
Okay, so we were digging a hole before we got completely interrupted by the rain. And we did think it was just big iron, didn't we?
Yeah.
'Cause it wasn't the best signal on the Manticore, but it turns out
It looks like a big Roman.
that's a pretty big Roman there, isn't it? Look.
Yeah, so that Roman by itself is like a very strong 40. Are we going to have any
Look at that,
detail?
that's a Roman. Oh, I'm not sure about detail.
crusty.
A little bit of detail. But on this side, I think I can see, I think it's like a pax or someone,
Oh yeah.
someone standing, you see? A Roman is a Roman. That's Roman number 4.
Woohoo.
Woohoo, look at that.
In 367 AD, the barbaric threat was felt a little too close to home. In an overwhelming and simultaneous attack on all of Britain's frontiers, the Scottish Picts, Ireland Scots, Atticotti, Franks and Anglo-Saxons descended upon Britannia in what was one of the most severe threats to Rome's control over Britain since the Boudiccan Revolt, an event known as the Great Conspiracy. Many Roman soldiers deserted their outposts and switched sides, their commanders either captured or killed, the Isle descending into anarchy and pillaging. It took 2 years for Theodosius, the general sent on Valentinian I's command, to restore order and re-establish the frontiers. But how long would Roman control last, the invaders not fully driven from the island, establishing 3 barbaric kingdoms north of Hadrian's Wall, biding their time to strike again?
38, 37, I'd say that's quite consistent.
Right,
That's a little
Jesus.
machine.
I'm driving insane.
Yeah.
So I think we're looking just here, you see?
Something there.
I think it's that. Just there. See that?
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
Ooh.
I think that's a Roman.
It's looking like a coin.
Ooh, what do we think
What
that
is it?
Is that a big Roman? I think it's a really big Roman, you know.
I'm excited.
Is it a big Roman with lots of detail? Come on.
I don't know, it's quite flat.
It is really flat. Should we bring it out and have a closer look? Maybe
Yeah,
it spreads.
definitely. I don't
Oh,
know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Think it could be
Yeah.
Is it lead? Is it metal?
I think it is a big Roman.
Let's do it. Ooh.
See, look, I can see a little. There's a
Yeah.
chap on a throne there.
Something happening on this coin. What?
There's a lot happening on this coin, I think.
It doesn't look like your typical Roman though.
It doesn't, does it? But let's look a Roman. There's your bust under there, look.
Oh.
You see?
It's not silver, is it?
Not sure. Is it a forgery? And then we've
I
got...
don't know, it's really weird.
It is a really odd Roman, isn't it? It's like really skinny.
Why is it so thin? Is it silver?
Is it a siliqua?
Oh my gosh, I think it is silver. That's
sure
not bronze, Ellie.
No, I know it's not bronze, but it could be tinned bronze.
I don't know, there's quite a lot of detail on that.
There was a lot of detail on that for bronze. Is it a siliqua? Sure, it should be shinier.
I don't know. Maybe it depends on the conditions. I don't... Oh, this is kind of crazy.
I don't know what my gut's telling me.
It's not bronze.
No, it's not the right colour for that. That's a beauty, whatever it is.
What the hell? I think I need a closer look at it.
Yeah.
It's like a cross between a Roman and a hammered.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
That's why, is it just like really...
Is it really pitted and like worn, like
Is
poor
it really
quality
like
silver?
battered silver?
I think it might be a siliqua. It's like the right kind of like
I think a little bit
era
bent,
for
isn't
it.
it? What the...
I think it might be a siliqua. I've always seen them come up shinier though. So I think we're thinking a slightly crusty siliqua. That's like the first Roman silver we've had off this field.
Yeah.
First time with the Manticore, first piece of Roman silver.
I mean...
Look
this
at
is
that.
So awesome.
So
She's
awesome.
a little bit crusty.
I absolutely love a siliqua as well. They're like possibly even more favourite of mine than Denari.
But the details on it are like so cool.
So insane.
Like so crisp.
I can't wait to see how she's going to clean up. Honestly, that's one of the top Romans we've ever found in this field.
I know, it's mad.
Look at that, it's absolutely mad. Oh, it's beautiful. So good.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
There's the
Go Manticore!
Manticore delivered.
The Manticore's delivered.
This coin is one of the final examples of stability that Britain saw before it was abandoned by the Roman Empire.
It's a siliqua minted under Valentinian I, a 4th century silver coin brought in by Constantine I as a replacement to the heavily diluted denarius, and an important stepping stone in between the almost worthless base metal coinage and the gold solidi, maintaining the fragile economy.
An influx of siliqua into Britain came under a period of stability which is ushered in under Valentinian rule, and stability was at the whole core of the siliqua.
Minted in fine quality silver, this purity was something the Roman public hadn't seen from their coinage in centuries, adding to this stable illusion governed by their appearance in large quantities, and their messaging depicting the patron saint of Rome as a statement of continuity and security in the Roman state. With an overwhelming barbaric attack on Britain in very recent memory, which saw desertions and anarchy, providing a strong currency to pay their soldiers, which in turn expressed the strength and might of Rome at a time where its grip seemed ever more fragile, had never been more necessary. But ultimately Britain would fall, Rome would withdraw, and this isle left to fend for itself. The siliquae circling amongst those Rome abandoned as the ghost of an empty promise, gradually becoming heavily clipped and hoarded in the futile hope that one day Rome would return.
After years of searching this field, finding a piece of Roman silver is inspiring. Maybe we don't know this field as well as we thought, and there's still a few surprises waiting to be found.
We hope you've enjoyed this adventure with us, and if you want to see what else we've uncovered from our Roman field, then check out this video, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.